The mentors I've had on the field, I'm just very lucky that I came through at the time I did. You know, I experienced that transition from amateur to professional. Guys like David Wilson, John Eales, Michael Foley, George Gregans, those sort of guys that were running around as the game went amateur and went to professional. And you know, they won that World Cup in '99. So I got such a good apprenticeship, I suppose, coming through. My first test was with some, you know, Australian rugby royalty, really. You know, Todd Kefu, Steve Larkham, those sort of guys, George Gregan. And the overwhelming feeling for me, I think, was I just didn't want to let these guys down. You know, I wasn't overly concerned about the opposition. I knew that, you know, that it was going to be a tough game, but the last thing I wanted to do was be picked in an Australian jersey next to these guys and in any way let them down. Well, I think the highs and lows of my career can probably almost be defined in a week. We had a great victory against the All Blacks in Sydney in the semi-final in 2003 World Cup, and within the space of 7 days we came down to a nail-biter against England in the final, and Johnny Wilkinson kicked that right-footed field goal to win the game. That was probably the closest you get to as a high or low in any sport, I suppose. That stands out for me. Representing Australia for me, I think, is all about the people in our country. Not many people get the opportunity to pull on the green and the gold, and to do it at any stage is, you know, incredibly. It's a defining moment for a lot of people, and it certainly is for me. You know, to be chosen to be the best in your country. Yeah, it's a really humbling experience. The years for Australian rugby moving forward are really exciting. I think after a year like this, if you look at the short-term, you know, benefits of what we've received this year, it's been a blessing in disguise. I think guys that have been, you know, mainstays of the team for a long period of time, they've been forced off through injury, and all that's done is force some change, and guys that enable them to have more experience wearing the green and gold, which is really important. You build that depth within a squad, you build the understanding of what it takes to play Test rugby, to win Test rugby. And the more guys you can get like that in a squad, the better you're going to be. And that'll filter through the states. That'll make the states stronger as well. And once you see all those guys back on deck, it's going to be a really formidable squad, I think. And there's no doubt about it. Rugby today, you can't rely on 15 top players. You need your whole squad to function. And I think Australian rugby is poised to go really well next year.